Hey everyone, I hope everyone's doing well. I just want to go over some expectations and kind of how this year is going to go and what we're going to learn. Um, Wearing the same shirt as yesterday because filming the video on the same day. So I do change my clothes. It's just sometimes you're going to see the same outfit in multiple days. All right. Expectations for the Google Meets. If you are in the Google Meet, please be respectful. It's just like being in our classroom. If we use the chat feature, don't be saying things in chat that you shouldn't be saying. I will be recording them. So if you say something that you shouldn't, I'm going to record it and I'm going to send it to Mr. Barnhart to deal with. Also, the chat feature I think is the best way to ask questions if there's a lot of people in the Google Meet. If not, we'll just verbalize them. But if there's 15 or 20 people in the Google Meet, it might be best to put it in the chat. All right. The last thing with the Google Meet is if you cannot have it in your bedroom, that would be great. I feel like that's just kind of a professional barrier. I understand that's not the case for everybody, and not everybody has a kitchen table that they can work at, or a patio that they can sit at and work at. If you have to be in your bedroom, I totally understand. The only thing I ask is that you're not walking around picking up stuff, and there's nothing inappropriate in your bedroom. I just want to keep that line of professionalism there for all of us, and don't want to have to do something that you're not going to enjoy, which would be talk to Mr. Barnhart about what I'm seeing on your screen. All right. So just be professional with that and respectful. Okay. Our code of conduct when you typically see when you take my classes is right here. A couple things that are going to change. The late to class when you're here in the hybrid schedule is going to be kind of weird because we're sending you off in group 1 and group 2, and there's going to be a buffer in between there. So it's going to be really hard for me to track lateness. That doesn't mean you just kind of go out and do your thing, all right, because we do have to get something done in class, but just make sure you're trying to get to your class. We understand there's one-way hallways, there's one-way stairs, and that's a problem for a lot of us, but just wanted to be clear that it's going to be tough in the first, well, however long we're in hybrid. Okay, there is an electronic hall pass this year. Use your laptop, take a scan of it, leave it here. When you come back, take a scan of it again. That way we're not all touching the hall pass and spreading some germs. Assignments, again, with the hybrid, it's going to be difficult. I understand to keep you on task and to keep communicating. However, when we do get back, just understand that I give you plenty of time to work on these projects, and I'm willing to work with you if you're communicating with me and you're having problems and issues and all that stuff. But if you show up to me on the last day it's due and say, look, I had all these problems, that's a difficult spot for me. But typically the policy is 1 day late, 5% off, 2 days late, 10% off, 3 days late, 50% off. And then after 10, it just goes in as a 0. But again, can't express it enough. Communication's key. Let me know if you're having problems. If you totally don't understand it and it's Wednesday and you're not here until Monday and you think you'd understand it better if you were sitting across from me, we'll talk about it then. All right. But just like I said, let's work together on this. Don't really have any tests or quizzes in marketing. School absences, especially with not seeing you every day, please, please, please be conscious that you need to let me know when you're not going to be around. If you're on a college visit for the day, it's important that you tell us that. Okay, so we do that. Plagiarism, difference between collaboration and copying. I understand you guys like to collaborate, and that's one thing, and we want to do a lot of collaboration. However, just taking somebody's thoughts and ideas is one thing, is copying. And what we really want to do is take those thoughts and ideas of one person and talk about them and change them and come into turn them into some kind of beautiful idea. All right. Phones, when you get back to class, don't bring them out. All right. I'll give you a warning. First time I see it, the second time I'll ask you to place it on the counter over here. All right. Again, I'll do the same with my phone, but if there's an issue, just kind of let me know. Same with you. If I have an issue at home, my daughter's sick or whatever, I'll say, look, I'm waiting for a phone call. If it comes here, I have to answer it, that type of thing. Then I would give you the same courtesy. Please wear your masks all the time. That goes without saying. I can't do much about that one. General classroom rules, we talked about just having respect for each other. All right. And the things in the classroom. The one thing I want to do point out is there's one about not lining up by the door. That's especially important this year because of the social distancing aspect of it. You have to stay in your seats. You can't be rolling around, bumping into each other, um, touching each other, punching each other, doing whatever you guys do sometimes. All right, just make sure you keep your hands to yourself and don't line up at that door early. We are having fire drills and emergencies. We don't know what those look like just yet, but we're figuring it out. And just make sure that when we do these, that to the best of your ability, you do what we ask and you do it. Okay, that is the code of conduct. Just go over real quick on the syllabus. Again, this is a half-year course. It's usually a course that is much better in person, but our biggest thing is we want to give you the basics on what marketing entails. Okay, we're not going into too crazy consumer buying behaviors and things like that, but we want to give you the basis. And if you like marketing, then possibly look at doing that in college. But by the end of this, you should be able to identify target markets. You should be able to do different marketing techniques, develop different kinds of public relation kits, promotion kits, that type of thing. Do a huge marketing plan, and think about different types of promotion that all focus in on that target market. Okay, we're going to cover the marketing basis. You'll hear about the 4Ps. The 4Ps are great. We'll talk about ethics in business and how that's very difficult sometimes. We'll look at when you're planning events, what kind of risks might be associated with that. We'll take a look at different marketing plans, and you guys will develop a bunch of different types of plans, promotional plans, PR plans. Okay, we can talk about product placement, which is a big thing right now in advertising. Okay, and then if we get to it, we'll end with sales techniques and the career exploration. We typically don't get there. This year it's going to be even harder to get to that. Because of the hybrid schedule and the way it's working. So that is pretty much it. There's some stuff down here. If we come back to school, most of your grade is going to be classwork and projects. So don't procrastinate. Let's make sure we're working on those and handing those in and asking questions when we need to ask questions. So any other questions, please reach out to me. I'm here to work with you. That is it for today. Tomorrow, we're going to try Kahoot to see if it works, and we'll go from there. All right. Thanks, guys.